Good morning, everybody. It's 11th of August, 7 o'clock in the morning, and I'm talking to you from the Etruscan tomb, and I will quickly show you my view of this morning. And yes, it's already pretty hot. It's Blue Eagle energy today, following the Mayan calendar. We are in the blue hand creation wave, and the new year of the Mayans started on the 26th of July, and so we are in the first moon, the first 28 days of the new year. The question that goes with the first moon of the year is, what is my purpose? And in front of me I have a very beautiful big butterfly with the colors orange and black and a little bit of white. These are the colors of the logo of my co-creation wheel. It's a little booklet I created in 2019, and it shares about a process, different steps in the co-creation flow, so to speak. After I've written that little booklet with some examples of our life, I translated it in English, in Dutch and in Italian. I shared it with a couple of people, and then life took over. It was like I had to experiment and live the wheel some more before I could actually share more about it. And along the years I'm reviewing the wheel, the different steps of this whole movement, and I more and more see how I practice it, how many more things I can add to the different steps and the different perspectives and different angles I studied, I practiced, I integrated in myself. And it's like this whole wheel guided me along the way of this experiment that we call life. And step by step I feel it's coming that I will share these steps and this kind of wisdom that supported me and my journey until now, to share it in different ways, because I know that I've written down back then you can use this co-creation wheel first of all to co-create with all your energies, like female, masculine energies, inside of you, nature, the cosmic energies. It's like a guiding tool. And then it's also very interesting to use this as a tool for a couple. Like, how do I co-create with my partner? Of course, the first step is, how do I co-create with myself? And then I can co-create with others. And then you can also apply it to companies, teams, communities. And super interesting to reflect on all these different movements in the process of co-creation. Because in the end, any creation is a co-creation. The moment we start this whole creation process, this enthusiasm to do something, to create a form from nothing to something, like a translation of energy into the physical form, that's for me like a creation. But any creation is a co-creation, because you are inspired by something in nature, you are inspired by a conversation that happens, you're inspired by looking at the stars, by reading a book, by anything that comes on your path. Inspires something, triggers you and inspires you, and you start creating something, you start doing something. And so any creation is a co-creation in the end. So what I discovered is the more I'm connected with this whole vertical line inside of me, like my heart that is open, that I'm in the here and now, I'm looking at life as, wow, this is my life, this is what I co-created. That is opening my heart, and in any conversation that I feel, there is like an amazing flow and an amazing openness that can also open my heart a lot when I look at nature and I'm like, wow, look where I am, this is paradise. And my heart is opening, and from that heart opening I can also allow much more like the voice of my intuition, so to speak. And so these early mornings where I come up here and I'm sitting here and I'm walking with nature, I'm co-creating with nature, these are the golden moments for me to gain clarity. So much clarity on who am I, what's the experiment of my life right now, what do I want to co-create, what is here to co-create with. And so it all starts from a connection, and a very consciously connection, and from that connection I can, well, clarity is creating itself, so to speak, but if I can do something, then it's clarity that is coming. And from that clarity I can start to courageously communicate, and that's what I do every time I come up here. There's some clarity, I'm consciously connecting, there is clarity that is arriving, sometimes more than others, and then I courageously communicate with all of you through these videos. And so these three first steps of this whole co-creation wheel, so to speak, cycle, flow. And then there are three other steps that I want to dive into next time with an example. And how we can develop and integrate all these three steps more and more and more in our life to consciously connect more and then create more clarity, and from there courageously communicate more. That's what I feel wheel what I was doing in the last 5 years more consciously. Because this wheel came through, and yeah, it's time to share more about it, and because it's such a valuable process for me. By sharing, I co-create even more. So, and there I cross-pollinate, so that's one of the next tree in the process. So, yeah. Because from compassion and community, that's number 4, it's by sharing. So when you courageously communicate, there is a kind of compassion coming out. And from that compassion you co-create community. And from that community much more co-creation is coming in a cross-pollinating way. And when we are in that movement of cross-pollination energies and co-creative energies, there is much more contribution and much more celebration in what we are doing. And so from that celebration and from that contribution, there is again the loop of even more consciousness. And we can even more connect to consciously connect with ourselves, with all that is. And it's such a beautiful process. And so happy this is such a spontaneous flow again this morning, connected to that what is my purpose. So, yeah. So any feedback, everybody who knows me has my number, or knows how to contact me via LinkedIn. So please do reach out in a DM, in a personal message, on what this is triggering. What do you want to share about this flow, reflection? Thank you very much, and yeah, let it flow, and please do continue to co-create with everything that is out there and inside of you. And yeah, it's up to us to co-create with the magic that is there for us.